Hey guys, today I'm filming a first impression on the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. I'm sorry that the lighting is so weird right now. I never come outside to film this early and the light is like blaring in right where I sit, so I try to move over some. So I hope this isn't too bad. During my updates you'll be able to see everything better. But I picked up the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest shade. I think they have 5 or 6 shades, maybe, not a whole bunch. And I like that this packaging is similar to the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. And I'm just going to be applying, this today with my beauty blender. So I'm just going to squeeze some out onto my finger and then dot it on my face. The texture looks nice. The color looks pretty good actually, which is great. I'm glad I got this shade instead of a darker color. I was afraid this would be too pink tone, but it looks like it's got a good amount of yellow in it. And not too much comes out, and it's not super liquidy, so I like that. Alright, well, I'll have to see what kind of coverage we have. So color so far, it's great. And we'll have to see if it's buildable too. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is the Acne Fighting Foundation because of the ingredients: salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree, and aloe. So that's great. Those are a lot of well, salicylic acid, you know, treats acne, but a lot of those are for healing. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a little more. This seems to be like a light to medium coverage. But we'll see if it's buildable. It does look buildable, so that's great. You know, I don't need like a really heavy layer of foundation because I can always apply concealer on any problem areas, but I like it to be at least a medium coverage because I've got a lot of redness on my cheeks that I like to cover up. I think that looks good. I'm so impressed that the color matches. It fits me really well. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think this looks so good. In the summer, a lot of my freckles start peeking through under my eyes and on my forehead. So I don't expect all those to be covered, and that's okay because they don't need to be. And I don't need this to be extreme full coverage on my blemishes because that's what I've got concealer for. You know, I think this undertone is yellow, but I can also see some pink to it. I think this is a nice neutral undertone, which is good. I mean, I just hope this doesn't oxidize. Obviously, I'll let you know. But I hope it doesn't oxidize because I think the color match is great. Alright, I finally finished applying it all to my face, and I have to say that I really like it so far. I love the packaging. I think it's really cute, and I like the squeeze too. I like that better than pouring. And I forgot to mention, this is $6, and I'll have a direct link to it in the down bar so you guys can check it out. So it's still tacky, but that happens with a lot of my face products. It's a little bit, yeah, it's still tacky, which happens with most of my foundations anyway. So I'll wait a little while, but I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup and then come back to tell you how to work with everything else. I am going to apply powder because I always do. I have to. But I'm just going to use the e.l.f. HD powder, so it's not I'm not using a mattifying powder or a powder foundation or anything. So right now it is 8:24. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. Hey guys, I put on the rest of my makeup. It is now 9:15 and I have to say I really love this foundation. I said before I thought it was a light to medium coverage, but when I went to put on the rest of my makeup, I noticed that all my freckles were covered completely. So I think this is a medium, but it's buildable to full. So I really love that. The color is really good. I got the lightest shade Porcelain and it matched me really well. The undertone was perfect. And I like the texture, so we'll have to see how it lasts. And it did dry down, which is great because I do not like when they're still tacky, because when I put powder on it makes it look cakey. So far I really liked everything. I love the packaging, I like the color, I like the feel. So everything seems great, so I'll keep you guys posted. Hey guys, I'm back for my first check-in. It is 2:30. I put this foundation on at 9 o'clock and it is 2:30, so I've had this foundation on for about 5.5 hours and I am really impressed. I mean, I'm a little shiny, but by this time I would usually be a lot more shiny. So I'm really impressed with this foundation. I'm sorry about the lighting during the application. I hope that didn't bother anybody, but that's when I was getting ready for the day and the sun just wasn't where I wanted it to be, unfortunately. But I hope it didn't mess you guys up too much. And I don't want to ramble on and on about this foundation, but I just want to go over everything for you all. I want to show you how my skin looks right now, and I'm really impressed. So first, packaging, A+. I love that this looks like Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I like the squeeze tube. I think you get out just enough product. It's not too thick or anything, and it is really skinny and sleek. So I do like this. So packaging's A+. Now for the shades, I'm going to give it a B+, just because there aren't very many shades in the line. This is a shade Porcelain, the lightest shade, and it actually matched me well. The undertone wasn't too pink. When I was applying it, I noticed there was a little bit of pink and a little bit of yellow to it, which was good. That made it like more neutral, which was good for me. I am definitely more yellow tone, but I was afraid of this looking orange because I heard some people say that this color looked orange on them. But if you're, I mean, I'm very fair. I'm a NC15 and MAC, or a 150 buff in Revlon Color Stay, so I'm very fair. But if you are more fair than me, this is not going to work for you. No shades will work for you. So I'm going to give it a B for that, but I think it turned out well on me. I did apply a little bit of bronzer to my neck. I usually do, just to make sure that everything blends. But so the color was pretty good. I was really excited about that. As far as the coverage, this was a medium, but it was buildable to full. It covered up a lot of my freckles. I can still see some when I get close up. I have got some right here still, but it evened out my skin tone really well. So I want to say A+ on the coverage. I like that it's a medium buildable foundation. And the finish was matte. It didn't set right away, but I waited a little while, did my brows first, and then it had set. So this is a satin matte, not full-on matte, but I figure it's pretty satin, and it's held up really well. Like I said, it's in 5.5 hours. I have been extremely hot and sweaty, so I'm really impressed with this. It is held up really well. So for the finish, I'm going to give it an A+. Satin matte is awesome for me. So I'm going to check back at probably like 8 o'clock or something. That'll be my final check-in. But so far, I definitely recommend this. It's $6. I love it. And I'm just so impressed. And I'm really excited to continue using this. I love everything about it, and it was very inexpensive. So let me guys know what you think of this, if you've tried it out. And for your next e.l.f. purchase, I definitely recommend you guys pick this up if you can find one in your color. I know it's extremely hard to find colors on the e.l.f. website, so try to look up reviews if you could find some swatches, or just guess. I just guessed with this. So I'm glad I picked the right color, and I really like this and definitely recommend it. So I will see you guys in 1 second, but it will be like 8 o'clock at night. So I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, I am back for my last check-in. It is now 8 o'clock. I have been wearing this foundation for 11 hours now, and I am so impressed. I am definitely a little bit shiny around my nose and maybe some other areas of my face, but by this time, product should be just spilling right off of my skin. I mean, I don't feel super greasy. I can tell I'm a little oily, but I don't feel like really greasy, so that's amazing. As of my last check-in, everything is still the same. I love everything about this foundation. As you can find a shade for you, and you like a medium buildable coverage foundation with a satin matte finish, get this. This is amazing. I don't know about the acne fighting properties. I've never had any foundation making breakout before. I'm so impressed. I've never tried any other e.l.f. foundations, and I don't really test out a bunch of foundations in general, but I love this, and I'm definitely going to be using this a lot. So I'm so impressed. I love the way this applies with my beauty blender. That's how I apply all my liquid foundations, and it applied flawlessly, and I love everything about this. I'm so excited and impressed, and I definitely recommend you go check this out for $6 or even cheaper if you wait for a sale. They have sales all the time. If you sign up for their mailing list, you will get emails all the time about different kinds of sales they have, but I give this an A+. I think I like this even more than my Flower BB cream, which I did really love, but it didn't hold up in the heat as well as this. It held up well, but not as well as this. So I'm really impressed. Definitely recommend it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. At the end of the month, I will be having a review of all of the e.l.f. products from my haul, which I will link up here, and I will again talk about this in case anything has changed. So I really want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.